I opened the bedroom door with a smile, the kind that comes naturally when a man is about to surprise his wife with a gift he's been hiding for months. But the smile froze mid-air the moment I saw them. Her dress from the party was pulled around her waist and he was on top of her. Her best friend since college, the one she always called a brother. At first they didn't notice me, and when they did, her gasp wasn't guilt, it was irritation. I didn't shout. I didn't slam the door. I just stepped inside quietly, closing it behind me and said, "Go on, don't let me stop you." 8 years of marriage, 8 years of shared dreams, private jokes, countless nights. I thought I was the luckiest man alive. I trusted her with everything. My heart, my secrets, my business. I welcomed him into our home, celebrated birthdays, barbecues, game nights. I shook his hand while he slept with my wife. Looking back, I should have seen it coming. The late-night calls over wine, her constant defense of him whenever I questioned boundaries. The way her phone was always face down when she texted. I convinced myself I was being paranoid. Trust, I thought, meant letting go of suspicion. Trust. How naive. How dangerous when misplaced. The shift started 3 months before our anniversary. She came home smelling of a cologne I didn't own, explaining she'd been helping him with a crisis. Her eyes darted once, just once, and I knew. I didn't confront her. I withdrew, and in that silence, I became meticulous, methodical, dangerous. I called Mark, a private investigator and friend who owed me a favor. Within a week, I had every detail. Photos, videos, timestamps, hotel receipts, a map of their deceit, so precise it was almost laughable. They weren't just cheating, they were organized. Then I contacted my lawyer. We went over the prenup she insisted on, the one that would leave her with nothing if infidelity were proven. But mere proof wasn't enough. I wanted to dismantle them completely. I moved our assets, transferred, property titles, reassigned company shares, all legally airtight. Then I planned the ultimate exposure. I invited her entire family to our anniversary celebration. Parents, siblings, cousins she barely tolerated. I told them it would be a surprise for her. In a way it was. Back in the bedroom, I remained calm. As she pulled the sheets around herself and he scrambled to cover up, panic flickered across their faces, but my voice stayed even. "I think we should have a little chat together," I said. Before they could react, I dialed downstairs. The murmur of music and laughter floated up, and her mother's voice answered. "Could you come upstairs, bring everyone?" I instructed. Her eyes widened. "You wouldn't," she began. I did. Footsteps approached, then a knock. Then the door swung open to reveal her parents, her sister, her 2 cousins. All dressed to celebrate and holding glasses of champagne. Their smiles faltered when they saw the scene. Her clutching the sheets, him standing half naked, and me calm. Leaning against the dresser, I let the silence linger. Then I turned to her father. "You should see this." From my pocket I produced a small black drive, placing it in his hand. Every photo, video, hotel receipt, all of it. His face drained before he even opened it. Her mother's hand flew to her mouth. Her sister whispered, "Oh my God!" She cried, but not for him. She cried for herself. I wasn't done. Pulled a drawer open and retrieved an envelope. I said, handing it to her, is the updated divorce agreement. Effective immediately, she flipped through it, hands trembling, seeing the words that stripped her of all assets under the infidelity clause. He tried to speak, and I cut him off. A copy of the evidence had already been sent to his wife. The room was silent except for her quiet sobs. I looked at her parents. Good people who thought their daughter had married a man who would care for her forever. "I wanted you all to see this now," I said, "because I am not the one covering her mistakes." Her father stared at her like she was a stranger. Her mother's eyes were full of tears and her sister whispered about karma. I added the final blow. "I have resigned from the Cullens Foundation Board effective today. I've informed the donors why. Every dollar in my name will be redirected to a new charity, one that doesn't employ liars." The weight of it hit them. Prestige and pride stripped away. I didn't raise my voice, didn't gloat. I walked to the door, paused, and said, "You'll hear from my lawyer tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the party." Downstairs, Laughter continued, oblivious to the devastation above. I got into my car and drove away without a backward glance. 6 months later, the divorce was finalized in 3 weeks. She moved in with him until his wife took everything, leaving him bankrupt. Last I heard, they live in a small rental far from the city, working the jobs they once mocked. Do I regret it? Not for a moment. I gave her trust, love, and loyalty. She returned betrayal. I gave her justice. And justice, when served cold, freezes everything in its path.